Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video blog. I'm Rebecca Bolton from the Hormone Mentor, and I help perimenopausal women that are struggling with hormone imbalances to figure out the root cause of their symptoms so that they can manage them naturally through their food and making some lifestyle changes. And today I want to talk to you about my top 10 hormone balancing foods. Now these are the kind of things that you can very easily keep in your cupboards and in your fridge on a daily basis. They are things that you can buy from your local supermarket, so you don't have to be going out and really seeking things out. They're one ingredient foods. They are things that you will already probably have some of in your cupboard, and by adding these kind of things in on a daily or weekly basis, you'll really see a difference to how balanced your hormones are and how you feel in yourself. Generally, when you eat foods like this, you'll find that you have more energy, that your moods are more balanced, that your periods start to regulate more. Now, just by changing your diet, you can see a real difference. And, a lot of these things are things that are very, very easy for you to get into your diet and easy to add into things that maybe you're already eating. So I'm wondering whether any of these are things that you already thought you knew, or whether there's going to be a few new ones thrown in. So do let me know in the comments what you think of the foods that I am showing you today, and if they are things that you're regularly eating anyway. Now, the first thing is a really simple one, is blueberries. So berries in general are really, really great for you because they have high levels of antioxidants, and antioxidants help to fight what are known as free radicals in the body. Now they go around and they cause damage to your cells. So antioxidants help to fight that, so they're a really good source anyway. Blueberries in particular actually help to lower your blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of having insulin resistance, and that has a knock-on effect on your reproductive hormones, things like your testosterone, your estrogen, your progesterone, and helping to balance those out as well. So they're a really, really great thing to have. They also promote weight loss because when you eat them, they're a good source of fibre and they help slow down the release of glucose into your body and help to keep you feel fuller for longer. So they're a really great thing to add in. I mean, generally people tend to have these, maybe as a snack, or add them to your breakfast, chuck them in a smoothie, add them to a bit of yogurt, in some, if you're having porridge oats or things like that. Really easy thing to get in your diet and, easy to buy. And the other thing, something that's talked about a lot and people are never sure whether they should be eating it or not, coconut oil. Now, for me, coconut oil is a fantastic fat. Yes, it's a saturated fat, but it's a healthy fat. So you're getting benefits from it. It contains something called lauric acid, and that helps to naturally balance out your hormones. It has a positive effect on your estrogen levels, helps to balance those out as well. And when you're going through the perimenopause, struggling with symptoms of PMS and things like that, it's generally your estrogen levels which are the problem, and helping to balance those out using something as simple as coconut oil is a really great way to do it. Also helps to reduce the bad cholesterol and increase the good stuff. So, having something like this, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons a day maximum is all you need. You can add it to, some people like to add it to coffee, and that can help reduce the effects that coffee has on your body as well. You can cook with it, you can eat it straight, you can put it in a smoothie, so many different ways to eat it. It's got a really nice flavour as well. I love it with cooking, like things like stir fries, vegetables, curries, those kind of things in it. So coconut oil was the second one. Now the third one is something that I talk about all the time, I eat all the time, I add it to everything, is spinach. Now spinach is a cruciferous vegetable, and that means that it's a dark green leafy vegetable, and so it's a cruciferous vegetable, and that helps to improve your body's ability to metabolize estrogen. So that's how your body actually uses estrogen in the body, how it gets rid of the bits that it doesn't need. So it's really important that your body does actually metabolize estrogen well. So having a daily intake of something like spinach or broccoli or kale or those kind of cruciferous vegetables can really make a difference. It's also loaded with different nutrients. It's got vitamin A, C and E, which are all antioxidants. It's got vitamin K, it's got calcium and iron and magnesium. It really is a classic superfood. Like, it's not a classic superfood, I guess, in the supermarkets because they can't market it that well. Also contains zinc, which is really important for hormones, for male and female hormones. So making sure you're boosting your zinc levels is really helpful when you're wanting to balance your hormones out. So the fourth thing is something that I keep in the cupboard all of the time, which is wild salmon. Now, I get fresh salmon and I also use tinned a lot because it's something that you can just keep in and grab. It's a quick and easy thing to have. I make fish cakes with it. I have it in a salad, all of those different things. Now, spinach is a really great source of omega-3, which is a essential fatty acid, which is essential for hormonal health. Helps to balance your moods. It improves your brain function so you can think clearer. It reduces inflammation in the body, which is really important when you're trying to be healthy and to reduce your risk of getting any kind of chronic diseases. It's a saturated fat again, but like I said before, it's a healthy one, so it isn't something that you need to worry about having. It helps to support healthy cholesterol levels, and cholesterol is actually really needed in your body. It has been demonized a little bit. People worry about having high cholesterol, but generally it's high cholesterol levels. It's the bad cholesterol that you need to avoid. The good stuff you need, it helps to produce hormones like testosterone and estrogen, and it's really important for making sure that you do produce those and that you use them in the way that your body needs them to be used as well. So salmon is another great one, and all of these things that I'm talking about actually taste great as well. I'm not giving you things that taste disgusting. I'm giving you things that taste great and that you can get really easily in your diet. Now, salmon also contains vitamin D, which yes, you generally need to get as much from sunshine as possible, but it does have fairly good levels of vitamin D in, and that's important for estrogen and testosterone production as well, and generally just helping to improve your energy levels and hormone balance. So wild salmon, definitely a good one to have. Now, another one which is really easy to get is flaxseed. Now, yeah, I use the golden ones and generally just buy the ground because I don't have the time to be spending time grinding the seeds. But if you do have that, then there is obviously a better source to do it that way. But the ground ones are a brilliant alternative, and once you've opened them, make sure you keep them in the fridge because it keeps them better than having them in the cupboard. If you didn't know that, that's my little tip for today. Flax seeds contain what's known as a phytoestrogenic compound that helps to naturally balance out your estrogen levels. Now, phytoestrogens are a compound in your body that you find in food that basically mimics the estrogen in your body, so it's a natural form of it. Not a synthetic form, but a natural form. It's as close as you can get to producing it actually yourself, so it is a really good way to help boost estrogen levels if they're particularly low. It also contains something called lignans, which help protect against breast, colon and prostate cancer. So that's a really good way to help support your body in reducing your risk of getting those kind of things. And it's also a good source of fibre and essential fatty acids. So again, really easy thing to add into your diet. I generally just chuck it in a smoothie and maybe add it to some yogurt. You can add it into cooked food as well. Lots of different ways of doing it. People often sometimes use it as a replacement for eggs in cooking and baking, but there are just so many different ways to take it, and 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, particularly in days 1 to 14 of your menstrual cycle, can really help to boost those estrogen levels when they do need to be higher. So try to add some of those in on a daily basis. When I'm talking through these foods, I'm not expecting you to throw them all in at once. Just try a couple at a time and, see how you get on and slowly introduce them all in. I'm just giving you my top 10 so you've got all the information that you need. Now, number 6 is Greek yogurt. I really love this brand, Farge, because it's a really, really high levels of protein, and that helps to keep you fuller for longer. It's the building blocks for hormone production. Also, Greek yogurt also contains probiotics, which help to boost healthy gut bacteria, and having a healthy gut is important for the production of hormones and for promoting estrogen metabolism. So, keeping your gut healthy is actually really important when you are perimenopausal. So do try to get more of those kind of things in. It tastes really nice as well. It's creamy, it tastes lovely. Be careful when you go to the supermarket when you're buying Greek yogurt, because a lot of the time it says something like it's like Greek. I can't remember exactly how they phrase it, but it's saying basically that it's like Greek yogurt. It's not actually Greek yogurt. You need to make sure that it is specifically Greek yogurt, and the Farge is a really good brand, which you can get pretty much anywhere nowadays. So that was number 6. Number 7, I'm getting there, guys. I know this is actually a bit of a long video, but I hope you're sticking with me and finding them all out, because, you know, it is important to know about what types of food you should be eating at this stage in your life. It's important to know how to balance your hormones naturally through food, so you can avoid going down the medication route, so that you can feel better in yourself, you can look better, you can feel better, and, you know, be living your life as fully as possible when you're feeling like that, can't you? So, you know, there's lots of things that you can do through food. So number 7, the humble avocado. Again, something which is, you know, it's not necessarily eaten as much by women as it should be, because we're all terrified of the fat in it, and it's demonized by a lot of slimming clubs because they make it something that you have to count. Well, it's so good for you, and, you know, it tastes absolutely fabulous as well. It's rich in a plant sterol called beta-sitosterol. That helps to balance out our cortisol levels, which is your stress hormones. Helps to restore low DHEA, which we need to build our sex hormones. It's like a precursor to our sex hormones. So it's important that we have high levels of that. They help to reduce inflammation and also help us to absorb nutrients, things like magnesium and vitamin E. So getting avocado in your diet, you know, 2 or 3 times a week minimum, is a great way to support your hormones. And another fat for number 8 is grass-fed butter. I really like this brand, the Kerrygold, because it is grass-fed. You can buy it in most supermarkets. It's a rich source of fat-soluble vitamins. Now, some vitamins need fat for you to actually absorb them. They're known as fat-soluble. I think that's the vitamins A, D, E and K. And they are the building blocks of hormone production. Now, people can be a bit scared of using butter and have gone onto the margarine because that was what's been promoted as healthy. But the things that you find in margarine, the vegetable fats, actually contain fats that your body doesn't know how to use and actually can cause damage. So swap from your margarine. Yes, I know, I am absolutely saying that, and start using grass-fed butter instead. You don't need to use large amounts of these types of fat. I'm not suggesting that you use half a block. A thumb-sized portion of butter, really, really good source of fat-soluble vitamins, and it tastes amazing as well. And another one which I eat on a daily basis, if I don't have it for my breakfast, I'm more than likely to have it for my lunch, and that is eggs. Make sure that you get a really good one. You can tell if you've got good eggs. Free range, preferably organic. You can tell you've got good eggs because when you crack them open, the yolk will be really, really yellow. And that's a good sign that you have some great quality eggs. And the cholesterol in eggs is needed to support hormone production, like I mentioned before, and synthesis. It allows the body to release and circulate hormones so that you're actually using the hormones that you release and produce in the way that they're meant to be used. And also contain nutrients choline and iodine, which are critical for making our thyroid hormones, which also need supporting when we're going through the perimenopause. Now, final one, I'm nearly getting there, ladies. I'm going to try and keep this under 15 minutes because I know that this is a bit of a long one, but, you know, we're talking about some important stuff here. Hemp seeds. Now, these are not to be scared of. You're not going to make you feel weird and fuzzy. There's no active compound of cannabis in them, but they do support healthy progesterone production, and it's really important that you have your progesterone balanced out in the same way you do your estrogen. They work in ratio with each other, and your progesterone levels are declining as you are getting older and heading towards the menopause. So boosting those naturally by having something like hemp seeds is important. Really good source of protein, particularly if you're vegan or vegetarian. They're a good thing to be getting in your diet. They're high in omega-3 and 6 and in GLA, which naturally helps to balance our hormones out, and also really good for helping reduce symptoms of PMS. So I hope that's been helpful and that you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, I'd love you to click the subscribe button so that you can catch the one that I make every single week and be notified about it. And if you are wanting to find out more about me and about how you can balance your hormones naturally during the perimenopause, go to my website at www.rebeccabolton.com, which is linked in the description, and check out a lot of the blogs and vlogs that I've already got on there. Also got recipes and lots of different information for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week.